and that's where the questions begin.
What?
And you can tell she's pretty annoyed, really upset.
Who were you talking to? Why does the back door?
Oh, I was watching TV, so I don't know if that's what you heard.
It's a picture of you on the TV. That's why it's your voice that I could hear talking.
Yeah, and he's done a good job of setting it all up. He got red cups all over the floor, blankets all over the place.
Oh, that's not it.
Whose jacket is that on the floor?
I don't know. It's probably like Charlie's or someone's.
Hey, Charlie wears a lacy denim jacket. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, here it comes. Here it comes.
Now she goes into the bedroom. She finds a bra.
Just claim you were wearing it.
Why is it on your floor in your stupid bedroom?
She's getting more irritated now, and she's starting to...
Probably yours. I don't know. You leave here all the time.
Lies.
She turns around to walk out the door, and that is when he finally reveals it's all a prank.
I just want to ask you to smile for the camera, because this is all just me messing around.
Ha, 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 ha.
That is so funny. I'm laughing so hard right now.
Too far, Slayman, too far.
I hate you.
Ta-ta for now. We'll see you on the next brand new episode of RTM.
We now join World News Now, already in progress.
Short in 10 years. The Congressional Budget Office says premiums would go down slightly overall, but they would skyrocket for older Americans and those with pre-existing conditions. The CBO found some people could pay thousands of dollars more in out-of-pocket costs as well, since states will be allowed to opt out of guaranteeing coverage for services like maternity and mental health.
Well, the president's budget director took a trip to Capitol Hill to try to defend his boss's plan for sweeping spending cuts. But he's getting pushback from members of both parties. ABC's Ali Rogan with more.
White House Budget Chief Mick Mulvaney getting a warm welcome from his former House colleagues as he prepared to make the case for President Trump's budget proposal. But the reception from one fellow Republican quickly turned frosty. Mark Sanford of South Carolina saying the White House's projections for economic growth were unrealistic.
It perpetuates a myth that we can go out there and balance the budget without touching entitlements. It's not only a myth, it's frankly a lie.
It wasn't enough for that fiscal hawk, but the budget would cut $1.7 trillion from the social safety net, slashing programs like Medicaid, food stamps, and anti-poverty programs. It doesn't, however, touch the two biggest drivers of debt, Medicare and Social Security. Democrats had the opposite program with the budget, saying the entitlement cuts are too steep.
I have to be honest, I've never seen a budget so devoid of compassion and empathy for families struggling just to make ends meet.
Back in the hearing room, Mulvaney defended the cuts.
We no longer want to measure compassion by the number of programs that we have or the number of people that are on those programs. We want to measure compassion, true compassion, by the number of people we help to get off of those programs.
Meanwhile, in the Senate, lawmakers distanced themselves from Trump's budget, making clear that Congress writes the spending bills that become law, not the president.
He's got a tough job, and we'll certainly look at whatever he sends up, but we'll also modify it.
The requests the president made in his budget are reflections of his policy priorities, and he's likely to continue pushing for them throughout the year. Ali Rogan, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
We're going to move on now, and Rodney Smith Jr. is 1/3 of the way to his goal.
It's quite a lofty goal as well.
Yeah.
The Alabama college student has now mowed lawns in 17 states, and his goal is to do it in all 50. He's aiming to help the elderly, the disabled, single parents, military personnel, anyone who he thinks really could use a little extra help. And he hopes that other young people will also follow his lead rather than just sitting inside and playing video games. He says that the people so far, they appreciate it so much.
I had one lady in Texas that haven't had her yard cut in 2 years. It's very high. Then I came to cut her lawn. It's about probably an acre and a half, so it was a pretty big lawn, and she hasn't had it cut in 2 years. So for me to come do it, you know, she broke down into tears.
Smith's next stop is Idaho. Smith is working on his master's degree in social work, but he's going with the motto, of course, of it's not how fast you mow, it's how fast you mow fast. It up. It's a commercial, you know. It's not how fast you mow.
Oh, boy.
It's how well you mow fast. Something like that.
You got to go to Moe's. All right. His nonprofit, by the way, is also working to help participants.
Yeah.
Sending T-shirts for every 10 lawns cut. Yeah. Coming up, Billy Bush breaks his silence. The former TV host sits down in his first interview since the release of that now infamous Access Hollywood tape with Donald Trump.
And later, it's National Wine Day. And just wait until you see what we have in store to celebrate one of America's greatest holidays. But first, a look at today's temperatures. It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
World News Now weather. Brought to you by Stamps.com.
You won't see these folks at the post office. They have businesses to run. They have passions to pursue. How do they avoid trips to the post office? Stamps.com. Mail letters. Ship packages. All the services of the post office right on your computer. Get a 4-week trial plus $100 in extras, including postage and a digital scale. Go to stamps.com/TV and never go to the post office again.
Allergies can hold you back. Break through with Allegra 5-in-1 Relief. It starts working in 1 hour. Relief lasts 24 hours, and it's non-drowsy. Break through allergies with Allegra 5-in-1 Relief.
I was wondering if an electric toothbrush really cleans better than a manual, and my hygienist says it does. But they're not all the same. Turns out they're really different. Who knew? I had no idea. So she said look for one that's shaped like a dental tool with a round brush head.
Go pro with Oral-B. Oral-B's rounded brush head surrounds each tooth to gently remove more plaque. And Oral-B cross-action is clinically proven to remove more plaque than Sonicare Diamond Clean.
My mouth feels so clean. I'll only use an Oral-B.
The #1 brand used by dentists worldwide. Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Clearasil Rapid Action begins working fast for clearly visible results in as little as 12 hours. But will it stop this teen from being embarrassed by her parents? Nope. So let's be clear. Clearasil works fast on teen acne, not so much on other teen things.
Guess what? When you come to Burlington, you don't have to get a coat.
I'm buying shorts here. Dresses.
Sunglasses.
Fitness. Great bags.
For the garden. All the name brands at a fraction of the cost.
Burlington has so much more than coats. They sell coats here?
How your clothes smell can say a lot about you. That's why new Downy Protect and Refresh conditions fibers to lock out odors. So clothing odors don't do the talking for you. Lock out odors with new Downy Protect and Refresh.
I tried hard to quit smoking, but when we brought our daughter home, that was it. Now I have Nicoderm CQ.
The Nicoderm CQ patch with unique extended release technology helps prevent your urge to smoke all day.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Every great why needs a great how.
Now to the new controversy at Fox News Channel. At least 4 advertisers have pulled ads from Sean Hannity's show after he promoted a debunked story the network retracted.
ABC's Elizabeth Herr explains.
Seth Rich, a voter outreach coordinator for the Democratic National Committee, was just 27 years old when he was gunned down near his home in Washington, D.C. That was last July, and his family says they have been living a nightmare ever since, not only because the murder remains unsolved, but because of what they call lies and conspiracies surrounding his death.
You can't defend a lie. Anybody who knew Seth knows that's not his personality or what he believed in.
Rich was killed just a few weeks before WikiLeaks published thousands of hacked emails from the DNC, and some conservative media, including Fox News, have since speculated Rich was murdered to cover up his involvement in passing the information to WikiLeaks.
It turns out it wasn't the Russians. It was this young guy who I suspect was disgusted by the corruption of the Democratic National Committee. He's been killed.
17 intelligence agencies have determined the Russians interfered in the election, but some refuse to believe it. Just last week, a guest on Fox News' Sean Hannity show cited a supposed FBI source to claim there was evidence linking Rich and WikiLeaks. That guest later backtracked, which led Fox News to remove the story from its website and issue a retraction. Rich's family has pleaded for Fox and others to stop reporting the conspiracies, and Hannity finally backed down for now.
Out of respect for the family's wishes for now, I am not discussing this matter at this time.
One FBI official told ABC News, the only place I've seen that is through the conspiracy theories online.
This is just another one of saying, hey, we have nothing to support what is out there in the press and the media and in the public.
Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
We're going to move on. And coming up, Billy Bush speaks out about the Access Hollywood tape.
Hear his response to Melania Trump's accusation that he was egging her husband on. Next.
Allergy sufferers, this is new Zysol, the wise new choice for allergy relief. If symptoms like these keep you from a good night's sleep and ruin your next day, try new Zysol. It relieves symptoms while you sleep and keeps relieving all day because it's as effective at hour 24 as it is at hour 1. It's original prescription strength with no prescription needed. So, for continuous allergy relief, be wise all. Take new Zysol.
World News Now continues after this from our ABC stations.
Do you have trouble falling asleep or wake up with a sore neck or headache? Then it's time you discovered MyPillow.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Just like you, I had problems sleeping. 10 years ago, I invented MyPillow. It took me 2 years to develop because I wanted to have everything you would ever want in a pillow. I made sure that you could adjust my patented fill so you could have the exact support you need as an individual regardless of your sleep position. I also wanted a pillow that would last, so I made my pillow machine washable and dryable. I back my pillow with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, I do all my own manufacturing in my home state of Minnesota. I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own. Take advantage of my famous offer and get 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price. Call or go to MyPillow.com. Be sure to use the promo code and I'll give you free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Today. Want some fun? Want some games? Sunday, June 11th.
You got what you asked for.
The stars are shaking things up on the premiere of Celebrity Family Feud.
One of you is headed to YouTube.
Then Steve Harvey puts the fun and funding big ideas in the new Thunderdome.
Hey, baby, what's happening?
And the return of the $100,000 pyramid.
Bob Marley had these in his hair. Dreadlocks. I'm very white.
It all starts Sunday, June 11th, part of ABC's Summer Fun and Games.
And we're all pretty familiar by now with the tape that threatened to cost Donald Trump the presidency, the Access Hollywood recording with Billy Bush that was released just a month before the election.
Well, now in an ABC News exclusive, Bush is opening up for the first time about that tape that eventually cost him his job.
Who was the first?
Billy made a name for himself as the co-host of Access Hollywood for 15 years, rubbing elbows with Hollywood elite. And last summer, Billy made the jump to morning TV, his dream job as a co-host of The Today Show. But on October 7, 2016, his career came to a screeching halt when the now infamous tape was released, and he was fired.
Do you believe you should have lost your job over this?
Based upon the moment that is on that tape, I understand people's reaction. I agree. I also felt that way. We live in a visual and digital age, so we get this video, this moment, and we react emotionally to it. And then you have social media and the ability to respond in real time, and a flame becomes a bonfire very, very quickly.
Have you had any conversations with Donald Trump since the release of the tape?
No, there was no relationship there. It was work-related, and I interviewed him multiple times, especially back then. He never reached out, and I didn't reach out.
Melania felt, as she said, you egged him on.
He was lead on, like egg on, from the host to say, dirty and bad stuff.
Would you agree with that you added to the conversation?
I definitely added to the conversation by, I was keeping the ball in the air.
What was it like for you to go back home after the tape had been released, to face your daughters, your wife? What was that moment like for you?
My now 16-year-old daughter called me, and she was in tears, and she was really upset, and I said, Mary, it's going to be okay, don't worry. And she said, no. Why were you laughing at the things that he was saying on that bus? Why were you playing along with that? It wasn't funny.
What did your wife say to you?
She was very understanding of the atmosphere and the environment, of that time. And she knows very well the man she married and who I am. So she was supportive the whole way through. In fact, up until 5 minutes ago, we were on the phone before I drove up here.
Billy is no stranger to the public eye as a reporter and a member of the Bush family.
I should have known better, absolutely. There's no question about that. I look back and I wish, people also say you should have stopped him. But I didn't have the strength of character at the time to do that. I wish I did.
Did you reach out to your colleague Nancy O'Dell at all and apologize?
I sent a message, private message,
How do you convince some people who are going to say, you just want your job back? You just want to get back on TV?
I can tell you that I am only ready to get back to work now because there is purpose and there is clarity and there is acceptance and there is a changed person. I do feel like a better man. I feel like a better father, partner, friend, and I do think better at my job than I ever was.
And Nancy O'Dell did say that she received his apology. She appreciated it very much. And she says she and Billy worked together for so many years, and she only wishes him the best going forward.
All right, we wish him luck. We are celebrating a national holiday next by stomping grapes.
It's National Wine Day, baby.
Let's go make some grapes. Drink up.
I wasn't sleeping well. My neck would be stiff.
I had memory foams, I had feather pillows, and I'd always wake up with neck pain, and I had constant headaches. After sleeping on MyPillow, I didn't wake up with the headaches. I was more aligned. Everything felt good.
I didn't realize the connection between the pillow and sleep. When I switched to MyPillow, I got a better night's sleep, and I love it.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs, and it holds that support all night long to take the pressure off your shoulders and keep your neck aligned regardless of your sleeping position, so you get the best night's sleep of your life. Take advantage of my famous offer and get 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price. Call or go to MyPillow.com. Be sure to use the promo code and I'll give you free shipping.
Other pillows go flat, causing you to fold them over or use your arm for support, which can cause pain. Hard foam pillows can raise your head too high and heat up during the night, making you very uncomfortable. But the revolutionary MyPillow has patented fill that won't go flat and keeps your neck supported and aligned to your exact individual need. MyPillow helps you get and stay in deep sleep all night long. And how about this? MyPillow is machine washable and dryable and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty. Plus, every MyPillow is made in the USA.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows and nothing's worked like MyPillow.
I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now, and Mike will send you 2 of his premium MyPillows for one low price. Use the promo code on your screen, and Mike will include free shipping. MyPillow comes with an unprecedented 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now to take advantage of this exclusive TV offer. Get 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price plus free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Clearasil Rapid Action begins working fast for clearly visible results in as little as 12 hours. But will it stop this teen from being embarrassed by her parents? Nope. So let's be clear. Clearasil works fast on teen acne, not so much on other teen things.
Guess what? When you come to Burlington, you don't have to get a coat.
I'm buying shorts here, dresses,
sunglasses,
fitness, great bags,
for the garden.
All the name brands at a fraction of the cost.
Burlington has so much more than coats. They sell coats here?
Allergies can hold you back. Break through indoor and outdoor allergies with Allegra 5-in-1 Relief. It works in 1 hour. Relief lasts 24 hours, and it's non-drowsy. Break through allergies with Allegra.
The in-laws have moved in with us,
And our adult children are here,
so we save by using Tide.
which means we use less.
3 generations of clothes cleaned in 1 wash.
Those are Mom's.
Anybody see my pants?
Nothing cleans better.
Put those on, Dad.
It's gotta be Tide.
Wine up is right. Wine up, everybody.
Wine
because
down.
Today is National Wine Day. And we are celebrating in the most generous way we can think of.
Yes, in our never-ending quest to embarrass ourselves, which we've failed at, we are going to prove how much we don't know anything
All
about
right,
something.
ready?
All right, so
We're
here we go.
stomping
We are
grapes. No, you want to
stomping
take your
grapes.
socks off.
Wait, nobody said about taking the socks.
Okay.
Isn't that part of it?
Well, our producers, by the way, have also come up with a little game for us because apparently this isn't embarrassing enough.
Yeah.
We have to play a game called Is It a Grape? They're going to give us the name of a grape and we have to say if it's actually the name of a grape or not. So, how you...
First grape is Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. I'm going to say yes, it's a grape.
Yes, it's a grape. That's easy.
Yes.
Yes, it's a grape. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, that was easy.
That was easy.
Your sommelier is
Okay.
here with the next
This is
Nero
we gotta be careful.
d'Avola.
Nero d'Avola. Nero d'Avola.
I'm going to say yes, it's a grape.
It is.
What? I didn't think it was.
You can drink it. How's the stomping going? Okay, next.
Oh my gosh!
slippery.
Look at that.
Cabochon.
Cabochon. That is a grape. That is a grape.
Oh, it is? It sounds like a dog.
Or it's a.
Not a grape.
Not a grape.
Fake grapes.
Got
Fake
that
news.
one.
Next, ferment.
Ferment.
Ferment. I'm going to say no, not a grape.
No, that's made up. You guys made that up.
It's a grape.
Oh, it's a grape!
It's a grape.
Oh,
We're
man.
not supposed to know anything about this. We just.
Next one, Terol Digo. Terol Digo.
Terol Digo.
I'm going
It's a
to
grape.
say...
Terol Digo.
No.
It's a grape.
No?
It's a grape.
It's a
Oh,
grape.
man.
It's a grape.
You know, it's sad when our
Is
sommelier
that
up in
what
the
I'm
sky has
stepping on
given
right
up
now?
and he's just like, it's a grape. You guys just are really bad at this game.
Last one,
Pinole.
Pinole.
Pinole. I'm going to also say no, not a grape.
Pinole. That's our former floor manager.
Yes.
You're right.
No,
Good job.
not a grape.
Yeah.
Grape.
At what point do we drink, Brian?
You can drink that slop whenever you want.
Oh my God.
boy.
Okay, so you can't really see. Let me show camera 2 this production. Can you see that? That is just. Who wants in?
Drink it. Drink
Who
it.
wants it?
Drink it. Drink it.
Oh my God. You first.
You want some of mine too? Here you go. Here.
For a little bit of yours. Oh yeah.
Thanks.
There you go.
Okay, ready?
Who wants our wine?
Be red.
All right, cheers.
I thought it was supposed to be red.
I wasn't sleeping well. My neck would be stiff.
I had like memory foams, I had feather pillows, and I'd always wake up with neck pain, and I had constant headaches. After sleeping on my pillow, I didn't wake up with the headaches. I was more aligned. Everything felt good.
I didn't realize the connection between the pillow and sleep. When I switched to my pillow, I got a better night's sleep, and I love it.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs, and it holds that support all night long to take the pressure off your shoulders and keep your neck aligned regardless of your sleeping position, so you get the best night's sleep of your life. Take advantage of my famous offer and get 2 My Pillow premiums for one low price. Call or go to mypillow.com. Be sure to use the promo code and I'll give you free shipping.
Other pillows go flat, causing you to fold them over or use your arm for support, which can cause pain. Hard foam pillows can raise your head too high and heat up during the night, making you very uncomfortable. But the revolutionary My Pillow has patented fill that won't go flat and keeps your neck supported and aligned to your exact individual need. My Pillow helps you get and stay in deep sleep all night long. And how about this? My Pillow is machine washable and dryable and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty. Plus, every My Pillow is made in the USA.
I really like the fact that it was made in the USA. I think that USA products are a better quality product. I've tried a lot of other pillows and nothing's worked like My Pillow.
I personally guarantee that My Pillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Call
or go to MyPillow.com now, and Mike will send you 2 of his premium MyPillows for one low price. Use the promo code on your screen, and Mike will include free shipping. MyPillow comes with an unprecedented 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now to take advantage of this exclusive TV offer. Get 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price plus free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Kick off to a Long Island summer with Eyewitness News, Saturday at 7 on Channel 7.
This morning on World News Now, the urgent efforts to take out terror cells.
More raids are being carried out across the UK overnight as the investigation into the suicide bombing in Manchester continues. We'll have the latest on the suspected bomber and the evidence suggesting direct involvement from ISIS.
And here at home, the big breaking news story overnight, the candidate for Congress now charged with assault on the eve of his special election. A reporter alleges a violent encounter took place after asking a question at an event. How their stories differ despite the audio evidence of the incident.
And the frightening moments, a tractor trailer lost control of its brakes, careening helplessly down the highway. There's a police trying there to warn other drivers. See how the whole thing ends. With a very thankful driver as well.
It is the ultimate in DIY, why some of your next door neighbors are, well, opening their bedroom doors to cameras and making 6-figure incomes having sex online. The new money-making hobby on this Thursday, May 25th.
From ABC News, this is World News Now.
Good morning to you all. We begin with new developments in the Manchester bombing.
Yeah, British authorities conducted a series of raids overnight, arresting at least 8 people. Salman Abedi's father and young brother have also been detained by militia forces in Libya.
While searching one address in Manchester, investigators carried out a controlled explosion. And at Abedi's home, they say they found enough materials to build several more bombs.
It's a really, really troubling development there. And some of the most critical evidence was found at the scene of the bombing itself, and can be seen in these photographs. Parts of the backpack that carried the bomb and even a detonator. The publication of the photos, though, by the New York Times has angered British authorities. We get more now from ABC's Terry Moran.
In the terrible moment the bomb went off,
oh my God,
it left behind, amid the carnage and fear, clues to how it was made and by whom. Those crime scene photos obtained by the New York Times and posted on their website reveal the bomb's sophisticated design. The possible detonator bloodied, carried in the suspect's left hand, investigators believe, with a small circuit board soldered inside and a protruding red wire. A mangled 12-volt battery, more powerful than those seen in most suicide bombs. Nuts and screws used as deadly shrapnel. And part of the blue Caramore backpack the bomb was carried in. Investigators now concluding that this bomber was no lone wolf.
I think it's very clear that this is a network that we are investigating.
Whoa! Police stormed a building in central Manchester, targeting a third-floor apartment. Neighbors told us they thought it was being rented as an Airbnb unit.
And you can't know who everybody is.
While we were there, police have been at this location for about 3 hours, and all of a sudden they've tackled this man here. They're making some kind of arrest. We don't know if it's related to the attack or not, but things happen very fast here. It turned out a police officer had simply been trying to break up a fight.
Asking people to move.
Even as the memorial here grows, the Great Manchester Run and City Games, which includes Europe's largest 10K run, 35,000 runners last year, will go forward this weekend, authorities say, safely. Terry Moran, ABC News, Manchester, England.
And all 22 people killed in that explosion have now been identified.
Among them were a couple, 17-year-old Chloe Rutherford and 19-year-old Liam Curry. In a joint statement, their family said they wanted to be together forever, and now they will be.
47-year-old Lisa Lees was killed while waiting in the foyer of the arena to pick up her daughter.
And 14-year-old Nell Jones, her family had been searching for her for more than a day, hoping to find her in a hospital. They received the bad news.
We're also getting some more details about the bomber who 5 weeks ago traveled to Libya to visit his family. Now, Libya is an ISIS stronghold, and the bomber's younger brother tells investigators that they both belong to ISIS. Salman Abedi returned to Manchester just 5 days before the attack.
We're moving on right now, and President Trump is attending a NATO summit today in Brussels. He was greeted by Belgium's king and prime minister after arriving in the city he once called a hellhole because of its immigration policies. The president is also holding talks with European Union leaders and meeting with new French President Emmanuel Macron. Anti-Trump protesters have gathered in Brussels, rallying against President Trump's views on everything from climate change to abortion.
This GOP replacement for Obamacare that narrowly passed the House is expected to leave 23 million more people uninsured in 10 years. The Congressional Budget Office says premiums would go down slightly overall, but they would skyrocket for older Americans and those with pre-existing conditions. The CBO found some out-of-pocket costs would also jump by thousands of dollars, as states are allowed to opt out of guaranteeing coverage for services like maternity and mental health. Republican senators say they're drawing up their own bill from scratch. And a wild situation is playing out overnight in this special congressional election in Montana. Republican Greg Gianforte faces a misdemeanor assault charge after witnesses say he body slammed a reporter. Now, the incident came hours before today's voting. A Fox News crew says Gianforte shoved Guardian political reporter Ben Jacobs after grabbing him by the neck last night. Now, that happened after Jacobs asked questions about the GOP health care plan. In a statement, Gianforte's spokesman says Jacobs entered a private office, aggressively shoved a recorder in the candidate's face, then asked badgering questions. We'll have much more in our next half hour.
But we're going to turn our focus right now and to the weather, and you can see on the big screen why. It's going to be a soggy Thursday for tens of millions of people in the Northeast. The radar on the big wall showing storms with heavy rain moving up the East Coast.
There were at least 3 reported tornadoes last night in southwestern Ohio. Several businesses suffered heavy damage, but there are no reports of injuries.
And a confirmed EF1 tornado, responsible, though, for heavy damage to a fire department as well as other buildings in the small community of Autryville, North Carolina. There will be a few storms left over in the Carolinas today. The O-line says every dog has its day. But that recognition usually doesn't come in a school yearbook.
So this year, Stafford High School in Fredericksburg, Virginia is giving a special shout out to Alpha Shock. He's a service dog for 16-year-old Jay Shock.
So AJ has type 1 diabetes. Alpha's job is to let AJ know when his blood pressure is too low or too high by sniffing his breath.
Now, Alpha didn't just get a picture in the yearbook. He also has a school ID. They need to get him a little booster seat for the picture next time.
They could have worked on the framing of it, but it's a well-deserved spot
cute.
there in the yearbook. AJ says that Alpha has been going to school with him since last year and has saved his life a number of times.
That's
so
awesome.
well-deserved.
Well, congratulations to both of them. All right, coming up, a new health alert, some new findings on the risks of not getting enough sleep and what that could mean for your heart.
Otherwise, in other news, Captain Obvious will have that report. And they're known as cam couples, amateur porn stars live streaming from their own homes. Why they say they're not doing it just for the money. My investigative report coming up. And remember, do check out our behind-the-scenes pics on Instagram, ABC WNN. You're watching World News Now.
You know what no one wants? No one wants to run out of money in the middle of their retirement. The fact is, running out of money when you're old is brutal. You can plan your way through that carefully, and if you don't know how to do that, which most people don't, you need some kind of help with that planning. Fisher Investments can help you with the ideas and the implementation for who you are now, what you need, and what you'll need in the future. We provide knowledge, support, and are committed to doing what's right for you.
Call now for your free retirement kit from Forbes columnist and legendary money manager, Ken Fisher. You'll receive When to Retire, a quick and easy planning guide, and 99 retirement tips from Ken Fisher. Call now, 1-800-483-5151.
You can achieve your investment goals, and Fisher Investments can help you get there.
Call now for your free retirement kit, 1-800-483-5151.
There's a big difference between retiring and retiring well.
No wonder you can't sleep. Your car is a mess. You need parts I've never even heard of. And it's going to cost you a fortune.
When life keeps you up, ZzzQuil helps you fall asleep in less than 20 minutes. Because sleep is a beautiful thing.
Guess what? When you come to Burlington, you don't have to get a coat.
I'm buying shorts here, dresses,
sunglasses,
fitness, great bags.
For the garden.
All the name brands at a fraction of the cost.
Burlington has so much more than coats. They sell coats here?
My daughter is studying to be a dentist, and she gave me advice. She said, Dad, go pro with Crest Pro Health.
4 out of 5 dentists confirm these Crest Pro Health products help maintain a professional clean.
Crest Pro Health really brought my mouth to the next level.
Go pro with Crest Pro Health.
Clearasil Rapid Action begins working fast for clearly visible results in as little as 12 hours. But will it stop this teen from chugging hot sauce? Oh, Jeremy. So let's be clear. Clearasil works fast on teen acne, not so much on other teen things.
It only takes a second for an everyday item to become dangerous. New Tide Pods Child Guard Pack helps keep your laundry pack safe and your child safer. Align, press, and unzip.
Allergy congestion makes you feel trapped. Break through with Allegra D 5-in-1 Relief. It works fast, has a non-drowsy antihistamine, and a powerful decongestant. Break through allergy congestion with Allegra D.
He's not one to bite his tongue for anything, but it's his tweets critiquing food his fans made that have been hilariously on fire. And this morning, when Chef Gordon Ramsay takes over with a live, no-holds-barred burger battle, well, let's just say anything can happen. This morning on GMA.
What you are about to see will take your breath away. He was in the middle of the fight against ISIS. He thought he was with the good guys, but what he discovered was not what he expected.
Do you think they would kill you if they could?
Yeah. The story breaks tonight on World News Tonight, then on a special nightline on ABC.
So that's an out-of-control semi-truck speeding down a highway near Mexico City. The truck's brakes had failed, and police were helpless as it hit speeds around 100 miles an hour. It finally came to a stop after colliding with an emergency braking ramp. The driver was able to escape virtually unharmed. The truck was carrying 15 tons of paper on rolls, which wound up on the road there. And also caught on camera, a dump truck rolling into an intersection near Seattle. Wow. And slamming into a car. The truck's brakes also failing in this situation. The driver of that car suffered only minor injuries. Amazing.
Vermont's governor has vetoed a bill that would have made it the 9th state to legalize marijuana. The measure would have made it okay for anyone over 21 to possess or grow small amounts of pot. Governor Phil Scott says penalties for using the drug while driving or around children weren't strong enough. He says he's willing to work with lawmakers on a compromise. And a jury has been selected in Bill Cosby's sexual assault case. His lawyers had accused prosecutors of trying to keep African Americans off the jury. And Cosby has said that race could be a factor in the dozens of allegations against him. Both sides eventually agreed to include 2 black jurors on the panel of 7 men and 5 women. Cosby is charged with drugging and molesting Andrea Constand when she worked for Temple University in 2004. He made some brief comments after leaving court.
I just want to be very specific about the wonderful people in Allegheny County. And I want to also thank the Sheriff's Department because they made everything very, very smooth. Thank you.
The jury was selected in Pittsburgh. The trial will actually take place near Philadelphia. Opening arguments are set to begin June 5th. The jurors will be sequestered there near Philadelphia after being bussed all the way from Pittsburgh. Wow. Cosby says he does not plan to testify.
There's new information on the connection between a lack of sleep and your heart's health. Researchers at Stanford University studied Americans already at risk of heart disease. They found those sleeping less than 6 hours a night were twice as likely to die from heart disease or stroke. The risk was higher in people with high blood pressure and blood sugar issues.
Great. Great news for insomniacs everywhere.
Thanks, Stanford.
All right, coming up, the porn disruptors. Yep.
How these regular couples are camming their way into the homes of thousands of viewers, live streaming their most intimate moments and cashing in. I sat down, did the research and all that for this story. It's coming up.
Clearasil Rapid Action begins working fast for clearly visible results in as little as 12 hours. But can it fix this teen skateboarding mishap? Nope. So let's be clear. Clearasil works fast on teen acne, not so much on other teen things.
Lily, she pretty much lives in her favorite princess dress. But once a week, I let her play sheriff so I can wash it. I use Tide to get out those week-old stains and Downy to get it fresh and soft.
You are free to go.
Tide and Downy together.
World News Now continues after this from our ABC stations.
Diamonds, the jewelry exchange, has half-carat solitaires $4.99, 3/4 carat $6.99, 1 carat $9.90, and 2 carat $19.90. GIA Diamonds guaranteed the lowest price, plus 1 carat studs just $5.99. The jewelry exchange Hackensack.
Sometimes we get a little wild at night.
But I don't always finish.
So I use KY Duration Spray to last longer.
So we can both...
Nothing brings you closer than finishing together. Last longer with KY Duration.
Today at 5, summer is around the corner, and so are drowning dangers. Now, Eyewitness News with urgent new info. Parents, it's the one thing you can do this Memorial Day weekend that could save your child's life. Today at 5, only on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Tell her you'd marry her all over again. The Jewelry Exchange has stackable anniversary bands $99, half carat $249, princess $590, 1 carat marquise $790, and 2 carat platinum $39.90. Thousands of bands guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange Hackensack.
Morning. I didn't know that.
Isn't it freak?
Yeah. Till the early morning.
They believe that?
I think so. I don't know. All right. At commencement ceremonies all across the country this May, so many speakers are telling graduates the key to success is to earn money doing something you love.
It turns out a lot of your neighbors are taking that advice, literally making cold hard cash, having sex online.
It's only weird if you make it that. We're up all night line with yours truly.
It's a little weird.
They seem like your average couple next door, 40-somethings in love. It's a typical Southern California Saturday.
Perfect.
Tackling yard work and cooking dinner together. These two just can't keep their hands off each other. But they have a secret.
It's something that we really enjoy doing, and we get to do it together on our own terms, in our own home. We don't have to go anywhere. Yeah. It's a fun business. Webcam there, that.
They're in the business of sharing their most intimate moments.
Should I go ahead and start?
Live streaming their own interactive porn.
We are officially live.
Via webcam for money as the duo Peppermint and Dusty.
Hashtag MILF, hashtag foreplay.
They have more than 80,000 followers on the sex streaming website Chatterbait.
Erotic couple.
Here, viewers can chat with them.
We are a loving, passionate couple.
Tip.
Thank you, and English prodigy.
And even make requests.
Thank you, booty play. It's really important for us to show in our room that we have fun and we enjoy each other.
And you have a normal day job, right? Yeah. You both have normal day jobs. You just happen to come home at night and get in a webcam and have sex.
Sure.
We're gonna have sex anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, no matter what, we're gonna do it.
The adult entertainment industry is reportedly worth billions of dollars. At any given moment, there are thousands of live cams streaming strip shows, foreplay, and hardcore sex across the internet. Sites like Chatterbait, MyFreeCams, and Cam4 receiving millions of visitors every day. The sex streaming site Live Jasmine is one of the most visited websites in the U.S., more popular than the New York Times. Successful shows can make several $100s.
Yay!
In just a few hours. The most dedicated performers raking in 6 figures. Peppermint and Dusty do like the money, but see camming more as a way to inspire others.
Money isn't at the top of the list. I mean, that's an awesome bonus on the side.
Their do-it-yourself studio up and running with minimal technology.
So it's a very simple setup.
Super simple setup.
A little camera, Apple, MacBook, small tripod, and voila.
TV and
a whole lot of coconut oil.
Yeah, a whole lot of coconut oil.
It's like a whole tub of, oh my gosh.
Peppermint and Dusty stumbled into the business.
We lived together. I had a place with a big mirror in the bedroom, and it was really fun to look over in that mirror while we were being intimate, and it turned us on.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to go. Gonna leave them for
their show right now.
On this night, their erotic show went on for 5 hours. At one point, more than 2,600 people were watching.
Our highest night has been about 7,000 people.
There's something there that consumers are willing to pay for, and a lot of people really think that that has to do with the high level of interactivity.
The industry has gotten so popular that there's even an annual convention, CamCon.
Y'all need a ride?
Adult film star Ariana Marie has starred in erotic films like Let It Ride, but she got her start as a cam girl and then moved on to the corporate world of studio-made porn movies.
I'm gonna tease you guys just a little bit.
Now a known figure in the porn industry, she often goes live on the site My Free Cams.
I came back to camming just because 4 years later, now I have a name. I'm branding myself a little bit better. I don't want to just oversaturate myself with a bunch of content for other companies.
She's turned her Las Vegas home into a cam house, rigged with 22 webcams. The kitchen, the living room, the shower, few places off limits, opening their doors as well to other cam girls in Vegas to expand her business.
I try to split my time. I still try to shoot scenes so that I can keep my name relevant. But at the same time, I'm on cam all the time, too.
Her husband once performed in adult films as Jack Spade and sometimes joins in.
When I was a performer, working with these different girls every day, at the end of the day, all I wanted to do was come home and cuddle. That's the difference, really, is that intimacy.
A young porn pro like Ariana might seem generations removed from 46-year-olds Peppermint and Dusty, but in the cam world, they are peers.
And we'll be in the top 10.
Yeah, we typically average top 10.
Alongside like 22-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and I think it's awesome. I'm honored. I'm flattered by that.
For all of Peppermint and Dusty's openness, what they're doing is still a secret. Their bosses don't know. Neither do Peppermint's adult children.
I'm sure there's going to be a moment of them being horrified. I'm sure there's going to be some embarrassment when they see me, but there's nothing that I'm ashamed of. I mean, they know how amorous we are, and I don't feel guilty about that.
Which is why they're willing to risk being recognized.
There's people that are going to judge us. That's just a risk that we're willing to take. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to deny it. You know, we have a loving, passionate sex life, and those are all things to be proud of.
You realize no one's watching our show anymore, right?
No, not at all. For the last 6 months, by the way, all I've been doing is research. Really, that's what it was.
Right. How studious of you. Diligence.
How old I am means less to me than how well I'm aging. My age is just 29 in Tilo years.
Tilo Years is a simple DNA test that reveals how well you're aging. Go to TiloYears.com to learn how you can get a test kit sent right to your doorstep. Send back a drop of blood, and we'll measure your telomeres, the caps on your DNA that tend to shorten and fray with age. Use your results to improve and track your lifestyle and discover what your DNA reveals about your age. Just $89 at TiloYears.com.
Know how well you're aging.
60% of women are wearing the wrong size pad and experience leaks. Introducing Always MyFit. Find the number that's right for your flow and panty size on the top of any Always pack. The better the fit, the better it protects. Always.
Because your carpet never stops working, there's Resolve Carpet Care. It lifts more dirt and pet hair versus vacuuming alone. Resolve Carpet Care with 5 times benefits.
She's your baby, but finding time to keep her looking new is almost impossible. That's why you need new Armor All Ultra Shine Wash Wipes with breakthrough lift and clean technology to clean your car fast and easy. Each extra large wipe is pre-moistened with a powerful blend of cleaning agents that gently glides across the surface, lifting and removing dust, dirt, and grime as safely as a bucket and sponge and without the hassle or mess. Once your car's clean, now you can keep that shine protected with new Armor All Ultra Shine Wax Wipes. Apply an invisible shield of durable wax protectants, all packed into the convenience of an extra large wipe. No rubbing and buffing, no waiting, and no cleanup. You've trusted Armor All Car Care Wipes to clean and protect your car's interior for years. And now this Armor All Breakthrough allows you to clean, shine, and protect the outside with that same wipe and walk away convenience. Just wipe to spot clean bird and bug splatters in seconds or to wash and wax the entire car in minutes. And Armor All Ultra Shine Wash Wipes are perfect for use in water-restricted areas.
No hose, no bucket, No problem. Before my customers catch a lift, I always make sure my car gets an Armor All Shine.
Now the nearest car wash is in my car.
And now the set of Armor All Ultra Shine wash wipes and Armor All Ultra Shine wax wipes are just $19.95 plus $7.95 processing and handling. But wait, order now, and you'll also get our Armor All Tire and Trim Shine sponges for a penetrating shine and finishing touch. The tire and trim sponges are a $10 value. Yours absolutely free. You get a pack of Armor All Ultra Shine wash wipes, plus a pack of Armor All Ultra Shine wax wipes, and the tire and trim shine sponges. An incredible value. All yours for just $19.95, plus processing and handling. Wipe out dirt and grime in a fraction of the time with Armor All Ultra Shine wipes. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-868-0640 or order online at armorallwipes.com. That's 1-800-868-0640 or go to armorallwipes.com. Must be 18 or older to order.
Why do I get the screw top?
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
You can't be trusted with a wine opener.
It's National
It is
Wine
National
Day.
Wine Day.
So that's
May 25th
for you, Jack. I got
is
the
National
rest.
Wine Day. This is a tradition that goes back to 2009. Apparently, someone on Facebook made a Facebook group and said, we should have a National Wine Day. What day should it be? And Facebook decided, the people decided, May 25th. So there you go. National Wine Day. You're supposed to celebrate by drinking wine and posting about it online. However, for some people, those posts don't go quite so well. Shall we check it out?
Is this going to be bad?
National Wine Day.
No.
Fail. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Not just one shelf. One more time. Yeah. No, that is not good.
You asked what would bring me to tears?
That's what. National Wine Fail number 2. They all go down. So when you watch the first video, you think, what could possibly be worse than that? There's your answer.
Oh, the humanity.
This one. Yeah. Yeah.
No. I don't know that I could go on.
It's a tragedy.
It is a tragedy. Well, we'll have to save one for those.
We'll pour one out.
Those poor. Okay, so as we celebrate National Wine Day, we have this YouTube and social media star that is gone into a different sort of business, you might say. He's now selling cars.
And he might have you thinking you've been drinking too much wine, but this is for real.
Take a look at
Do
it.
you want to go in the car? Hey, I'm Bress Griffin at Bress Griffin's Motor World. Our prices are dangerously low because I can't read. Should a dog be selling cars? Probably not. Come get yours today before the government catches wind of this and shuts us down.
So that was Bress Griffin,
Hey.
also known as Gilda, by the way. Social media, YouTube star, and now they just decided that they shoot this spoof of a Motor World and it's a salesman because the owner says that Bress Griffin just sounded like a slimy car salesman. So why not?
So weird when people bring little furry animals into unexpected places like a car commercial. I don't know why anyone would do that. Okay, well, someone else decided to celebrate National Wine Day with champagne instead. Let's head over to the Global Morning News in Canada, who they decided that it would be a good idea to saber some champagne bottles on air.
What happened?
As you can get, it went off without a hitch, obviously. So then the mail anchor jumps in. Let me show you how it's done.
I got this. Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. Should we show them how it's done?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. No, don't. You don't point it towards.
No? Okay, this way.
When you're older, you want to look younger. When you're younger, you want to look older. But if you're a paving stone, you want to stay just as you are. And you can. If you're a Cambridge paver with Armortech. Only Cambridge pavers are made with Armortech, a unique process that produces a rich color and stays new looking for years to come. What do I know about not aging? I'm actually 145. I'm kidding, but not about my pavers.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech.
We discovered that my daughter was using drugs. We were angry. We were really at a loss. We'd been told by so many people to kick her out, to use tough love. You can't take a one-size-fits-all approach to substance use disorders. They're all different. You are the only one that knows your child. It's a slow process, and although it hasn't been perfect, she's not using drugs anymore, we're really hopeful. We're all in recovery from this disease.
There's hope and help at drugfree.org.
What's the AccuWeather promise? That you'll always be the first to know what to expect. He's gonna need that.
That you'll always be the first to know when changes are headed your way. No raincoat today.
That you'll always have the AccuWeather team to keep you informed no matter where you are.
AccuWeather accurate around the clock, so you can plan your life.
Simply put, we never forget the you in AccuWeather.
And that's the AccuWeather promise.
Eyewitness News and the 7-day AccuWeather forecast. Only on Channel 7.
What do you see?
San Antonio is back on top once again.
There's only one answer. Those who make it here take their place forever. When you get to the top,
the dream season is now complete.
Only one label sticks.
Cleveland is the city of champions once again.
The NBA Finals begin June 1st on ABC.
Jamie Foxx and Alexandra Daddario, next live.
This morning on World News Now, the violent altercation between a candidate for Congress and a reporter who was covering him. Audio of the incident released, and overnight that candidate charged with assault. How both sides are responding just hours before voters go to the polls in that congressional race.
The cost of the House plan to reform health care is now revealed, and Democrats are slamming it. So could 23 million Americans really lose their health care?
And this half hour, a woman fights off thieves trying to steal her car.
Going as far as jumping on the hood before they try to take off with the vehicle. See why she admits that she could have acted differently.
And it's out, the first official trailer for season 7 of Game of Thrones. It is packed with predictions and the epic boasts from Daenerys. What she says she was born to do. It is Thursday, May 25th.
Against the coming storm.
From ABC News, this is World News Now.
Are you upset with that open
No,
Game of
I'm
Thrones?
just trying to figure out, is it
Kenneth
born?
is still on season 1.
Born to be wild?
And he has no idea.
Born to run?
Yeah, she breaks out into some Bruce Springsteen right at the top of the show. You nailed
Spoilers
it.
about the new season. Jason Bourne? No?
Yes.
One of those. That's what it is.
Absolutely, definitely.
Oh, wow. The best of both worlds. We'll get to that in a skinny a little bit later, but we're going to get started with the fight night that apparently in Montana. Breaking news, a congressional candidate facing an assault charge accused of body slamming a reporter.
So this all unfolded hours before voters head to the polls today. Witnesses say Montana Republican Greg Gianforte grabbed Guardian reporter Ben Jacobs. Jacobs actually recorded audio of the incident, which started after he asked a question about the GOP health care plan.
Into the CBO score, because you know you were waiting to make your decision about health care until you saw the bill and it just came out. And what you thought
we'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, but there's not going to be time. I'm just curious if you have the
speak
right
with
now.
Shane, please.
But you don't have
I'm sick and tired of you guys. The last time that came in here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. The last guy did the same thing. You were the Guardian?
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
The last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
Now, according to a Fox News Channel crew that was there, Gianforte grabbed Jacob by the neck. In a statement, Gianforte's campaign said Jacobs interrupted a separate interview, shoved a recorder in the candidate's face, and then asked badgering questions. That statement went on to say, quote, "It's unfortunate that this aggressive behavior from a liberal journalist created this scene at our campaign volunteer barbecue."
Okay, and then there's the Guardian newspaper, which released a statement of its own that reads in part, "The Guardian is deeply appalled by how our reporter Ben Jacobs was treated in the course of doing his job as a journalist. We are committed to holding power to account, and we stand by Ben Jacobs and our team of reporters for the questions they ask and the reporter that is produced, the reporting that is produced."
Gianforte now faces up to a $500 fine or 6 months in jail if convicted. The Fox News Channel crew that was there actually went on to say, "Let us be clear that at no point in all of this did Jacobs ever show Gianforte any sort of aggression before he acted." But they actually go even further and describe Gianforte as punching Jacobs. They actually described even more than the Guardian did.
And
about
this is coming
event.
again from conservative Fox News crew that was there at the time.
Well, From the Fox News
channel.
That's right.
Is
Alicia
conservative
Acuna,
channel. Yeah.
a reporter there for many years, and her crew were standing there. They were supposed to have an interview with Gianforte. So as they were waiting to set that up and she was chatting with him, they say that this whole thing went down right in front of them.
So he was leading in the polls, but overnight, several key newspapers there in Montana that actually had endorsed him, actually rescinded their endorsement after this incident.
That's right.
It'll be an interesting election to watch later today. In the meantime, Democrats are again slamming that Republican plan to replace Obamacare now that the Congressional Budget Office has weighed in.
The new report says the bill that passed by the House by just one vote is expected to leave 23 million more Americans without health insurance. ABC's Mary Bruce reports.
For months, Americans have crowded town halls, voicing fear and frustration. President Trump and Republicans have already declared victory.
This is a repeal and a replace of Obamacare. Make no mistake about it.
And we finally know what the House health care bill could mean for you.